Dakar Desert Rally, and let's play it a little bit, and we are going to do bikes. Before we start, because I have the screen already here, I'm going to do the service from my previous race, and if you have played bikes, then you know how awful they are. And what I just found out is that you can tune the vehicles so the tire pressure doesn't really matter, but suspension, make it as stiff as possible. So 5 Newton per millimeter, it will reduce the spin outs, because this was one of the first things that was extremely infuriating. I just finished the cars, all of the races, and then I tried to play with bikes, and I thought that it's going to be the same kind of awesome arcade racing, simple, nothing to it, and then I couldn't finish the first stage. So let's see how well we do, because I might have to restart, because they have some unpleasant surprises in corners that you want to cut. This doesn't really piss me off, but it's extremely unfair that I have the best possible bike that I could buy, and these guys just whoosh go, and for no apparent reason. Okay, this was actually extremely risky. I got lucky, because usually the guys who have designed the tracks know that you want to do stuff like that, and they have managed to, well, put some nice rocks there. So if you are in an area that has these canyons and trees, then I do recommend that just let go of the yep, I just effed up. Let's see how it affects my top speed, because sometimes you can get away with it, but not this time. I'm not going to restart, and this was actually stupid. This could have been so easily avoided. So I now have 22 seconds that I have to, well, make up for, and that was extremely lucky that I was able to just put my handbrake on, which is extremely awesome that these bikes have handbrakes like they do in real life. So yeah, you have to be extremely careful, because I probably should restart, because I'm not going to be the first one to the finish. Oh crap, it's so short. Yeah, so this means that this recording is going to be deleted, because I'm not going to be in the first position, which doesn't actually really matter in the long run, but it's the principle of the thing. So should also look at the directions that are given, because at the moment I'm pretty much just focusing on the road and not looking at the arrows that they are showing, which are extremely important. Come on, you suck. That wasn't my fault, it just like went there. But because this is the end, it doesn't really matter. Oh come on, this is the first time ever that I have missed the effing end. Oh, okay. The conclusion is they sucked more, and this is something that is extremely weird. Like I did suck. I did make like a few mistakes. I had repairs, but I'm still like twice, or my time is 2 times smaller than the second place. But I'm not complaining, sometimes you get lucky. So let's repair all our stuff and start with the next stage. So the thing that I love actually about this game is one of the few, or actually the only second game compared to Need for Speed series that has this what I called arcade racing, which is basically you can go full speed most of the time. You still have to brake and be careful from time to time, but still you can pretty much just go and enjoy the ride, and you don't have to be extremely careful and not careful, you don't have to brake. That's actually what I use as the defining quality for arcade racing. It's how much you have to brake. And the reason why I do like it, it's awesome after a hard day of work. Like, you come home, you don't want to think, you don't want to actually make a really serious effort that I'm now going to go and sweat myself silly just because I have to make the correct turn or crap, or all these other things that come with real rally simulators, which seem to be the only thing that the developers are doing at the moment. Because, as I said, I don't think that I have played a really good arcade racing for a really long time. But this is it. This is exactly what I wanted and was looking for. FU. And the fun thing, it pretty much shuts down your thinking. You can just relax, drive, and have your mind working in the background, thinking about pretty much nothing. And that's what these racing games actually should be like. So it's like taking a drive, going absolutely nowhere, and enjoying it. Now, compared to the cars, which is the first one that you play, or actually you can choose, but I did choose the cars for the first I would say like class. It's you have a co-pilot, you have the person reading the map, and this is actually something that I miss, which is surprising, because the person reading the map is pretty much useless. They give some hints what is going to happen, but you still have to look at the arrows popping up there, because they say like keep left or something like that, and this can mean that you just have to keep left a little bit and you will be fine. And it can also mean that you have to do a 90-degree turn to the left. This is something that I learned the hard way, and it took a little bit of time. So this is keep right and then let's turn 90 degrees. So the way that this is done, the map reading, it's a little bit weird to say the least, and for some reason I actually wanted to have the Colin McRae kind of map reading, like say how many degrees in the corner, or what type of corner, is it a 5 or a 3 or a hairpin or anything like that. So this is a little bit how to say lonely, that you don't have a person next to you like talking stuff or congratulating you if you finish, like, yes buddy, we did it, we are number 1, yay. So this is actually really nice. I haven't had to restart, which sometimes happens, especially if the start of the stage doesn't go well. And I'm actually a little bit proud that I managed to handle these bikes, because the first few times that I tried, it was extremely frustrating. Like I really thought that I'm now going to uninstall the game, because it was just a cluster mark from Stephen King, from Under the Dome. And now let's see how we are going to get up there. Oh yeah, this probably means that I'm going to have to either restart or actually repair, because if you have the yellow light blinking, then this limits your maximum speed usually, and this in turn means that it becomes almost impossible to, well, win. Sometimes it doesn't, but usually if you have 3 or 4 checkpoints left, then it's possible to manage. But I think that I actually do have to repair, because yes, let's do that, because I'm well ahead of them, which is weird. So this is sometimes a little bit unclear how the AI works here, because in some cases I'm doing like really well, I'm cornering extremely well, I'm doing everything right, and they just are gaining on me without any good reason. And then sometimes I'm doing FO and they just can't handle it, they just fall back. Don't know, and in most cases don't care, because if you can get ahead of them, then in most stages, yeah. Okay, that was actually just because of the very stiff suspension, because otherwise I would have spun out. So yeah, pretty much desert, lots of sand, pedal to the metal and go. One of the things that makes you well, drive a little bit recklessly is the counter that I'm having. So the past 7 kilometers it has been full speed. So full speed means that it's over 170 kilometers per hour or something like that. So you can still keep the maximum speed counter going even if you let go of the gas for a little bit. So you can, yeah, as you can see, you can also get extra experience points and also a little bit of the currency. So that's actually a nice touch that you have the other classes also racing here. In most cases they are positive because, or their presence is positive because they mess up the other riders. Like if it's like a huge desert and there is nothing there but the other guy, then the bikes can't get around him, or they slow down or like do some other stupid things. Which is one of the theories what is happening back there, that they are like trying to pass some other vehicle, and this is the reason why they are so way back. Some of the things in the it was the rule book or whatever it was called, I still don't know what these things mean, because they don't seem to have any kind of like point. So the C should be checkpoint, so it shows that this road is going to be like that after the checkpoint. but there's also like M and like these other things. I have no idea. And the danger marks, the danger due, as it says in the well, if you're riding with the other guy, then there is no correlation. Like danger 1, danger 2 or 3, it's pretty much doesn't mean anything, because sometimes danger 3 is you might have a rock somewhere, but it's only one rock, and it's you have to like be able to be extremely stupid to hit it. And then there is danger 1, when you have like these huge obstacles on both sides of the road, and it's quite awful. So again, just look at the arrows and you should be fine, or you will be in the end, because at first I still looked at it and it's sometimes hard to know where exactly you have to go. And this doesn't actually really reflect on the arrows that you have to slow down. And actually at the beginning, the first stages that I did, I pretty much learned it by heart, or like the tough parts, that if you saw this rock, you know that you have to slow down because there is some crap coming up and you are going to get killed. So I think that we have one more. Actually, I think that we have 2 more, but I think that we can manage and do them also. So this is sport difficulty. There is also actually I can't remember what the next one was, but the last one was simulation. And so in the simulation they have the actual rally, which is like in principle absolutely awesome, but at the same time they give you a little bit of hints where to go, and that's pretty much it. I tried one of the stages. No, don't, god damn it, the bike works so hard to spin out. Like it actually works to spin out, but they give you some sheets of paper, or they look like sheets of paper with some scratches on it, and then here's the desert, please arrive at the correct point. We have no idea where it is, and you won't either. So it probably requires a little bit of investigation, and it can be done because these are the actual like rule books or road books or whatever they were called that they are using in this Dakar rally. But when I tried it, I didn't feel like, well, starting to do some research or anything like that, because that's not the reason why I play this game. The reason why I play this game is that I can go all out and enjoy myself. So yeah, so the controls, it's like with all of or most of the games where the controllers are the main enemy, very hard to explain. If you haven't played it, you have no idea. But as I actually, it was so bad that I thought that I was doing something wrong. I went on the internet to see if like you have to change the setting, or there is a certain bike that is undrivable, and it turns out that other people also had the same kind of frustration of handling the bikes. And the best part is that the bikes aren't even the worst ones. There are also the trucks, which was supposed to be fun. There are also ATVs, which was also okay, and there was the 5th class, which was SS something something. I have no idea. Basically they are like quads or something like that. and they was supposed to be extremely or almost impossible to drive. And the main point was that they just won't turn. You can do what you want, and they just refuse to do it. So that's something to look forward to. But now, after doing a little bit of tuning, I think that this can be solved by adding sensitivity to the wheel or something like that. Don't know, but yay! المطر بقطري. And the best part is that the other guys are so far behind that it's a little bit weird. So I think this is the last one. Yeah, let's see. This is the game itself is from Epic, or at least I got it from there. And the weird part is that the leaderboards are disabled. I have no idea why. Like the overall scoreboards and leaderboards are all disabled. You can't connect and you can't send like information there. And because this was the weekly free game that Epic game gave out, then I think that it might have to do something with that. But that's like weird and stupid. I don't know. Yes. Let's not do that again. And yes, this is where we restart. The waypoints are actually large, and managing to not hit them shows how incredibly capable I am at sucking. The reason why I brought out the like missing leaderboards is that they had the same kind of issue with Art of Rally, which is another racing game from Epic. And after they released it as a free game there, then it became impossible to or you can't see like other people's times, or you can't send your own time to the overall scoreboards. Not that I care, it's just that in Art of Rally it actually was something that is constantly reminded that if you finish the race, then they say that not available the like other times or something like that. So I have to be a little bit careful here, because yes, we have these. What the hell? This is okay, never mind. I was getting upset for nothing because it had after the checkpoint. And this is what makes the navigation a little bit weird. That at some point the arrow on top of the screen is telling you to turn 90 degrees, and then you have no idea when to turn. And if you're trying to turn, you end up going completely the wrong way. Okay, but seems that I have well avoided the first part where the other guys are so close behind that I actually have to take risks, like I have shortcuts or well, try to block them. But here it's just quite smooth sailing. Now, one of the things that this game really made me realize is that the race itself, it's quite famous. It was cancelled at some point, or not cancelled, they changed the location because there was a civil war or some other thing that these dudes racing there would have been shot, or their vehicles and other things stolen, and the guys made sex slaves. So from my childhood it was called Paris Dakar Rally, and it took me unfortunately a long time to realize that Dakar is also a city, and it's the capital of an African country that I can't remember at the moment. It was something with an S or a Q. Nobody knows. Doesn't really matter. Crap. This is the reason why you can't take shortcuts, because sometimes you can get lost a little bit. But because I'm so far ahead, it doesn't really matter. But the appreciation that you make one wrong move, you can get killed, you can get stuck in the desert, but the getting stuck part probably isn't as bad, because now they have these GPS and helicopters and other things. But originally probably you also had the feeling that you can actually die there. So I think this is it. Yes, this is the rally. I'm not sure what. Okay, I think I just remembered the name. It's Saudi Arabia and the capital of Dakar. So we now have the end results. So it was Al Ula 2021 that has now been completed with a bike and a car. So just a little taste. I'm probably going to do more because it's actually very relaxing. It's like meditation basically. So Dakar Desert Rally.